This is an awesome way of doing a deer fence to protect an area that is being restored with new plants. I'm Justin Hitt from Prosperity Homestead, and notice the outside fence is high and has a single wire on it. Of course, the streamers are showing what's going on, and the inside fence is low, and you can see some biomass being deposited in there because new trees are going to need the biomass. What you'll also notice is the overgrowth in the area is beautiful. Allowing the grass to grow a little bit longer is going to provide some habitat and biomass fertilizer for the trees that are put out there. Now, I can't tell, and I'm not going to go back there, I can't tell if these are fruit trees or if they are just general trees, but some of them do look like apple trees. And again, look at that fence. That is an excellent way to be doing a fence. That is a great design, and they're basically T-posts, and then on the inside there's a kind of a mesh deer fence, and then it still leaves a little room to mow around, but then on the inside there's no mowing, and you can see a number of new trees going in. And yes, they are, some of them are fruit trees. Excellent job here. And I'm not sure who's doing this particular project, but this is an excellent way to restore wildlife habitat, to restore land, even to grow a food forest or some kind of orchard system. And the way they put this fence up, which goes all the way around the property, or all the way around this little area, the way they did this fence is very good. It models what's called a 3D fence. So deer can jump high or they can jump far, but deer cannot jump high and far. So what this type of fence does is it provides an obstacle where the deer is going to not attempt the jump. They really don't need to attempt the jump. Plus, with the outside the way it is, and what you'll notice on the ground is that there is a lot of just vegetation on the ground that the deer can eat. So they wouldn't really be that interested in going over the fence. And I just noticed, which is very exciting, is that there are some small trees planted between the tall fence and the inside short fence. And of course, there's also some protective items down here. I will do a little research and put in the comments who is managing this project. They're doing an excellent job. It is a great thing to see in Martinsville, this type of project, which I'm not going to walk all the way around because, again, I don't know who owns the property. But you'll see here, this is a honey locust that they didn't cut down. Honey locust is a nitrogen fixing tree. It's feeding the soil with nutrients. The great thing about the grass that they have in there is that as that grass grows, that grass is going to deliver biomass, but because the grass is tall, it's going to conserve moisture in the surface of the soil, which will help irrigate these plants, because I don't see any sprinklers out here or anything like that. And again, it is an excellent setup. I'll walk down here just a hair because it looks like they've tagged quite a few small trees in here so that whoever was doing mowing or whatever doesn't cut them up. And then they've also put a protective barrier on a few of these trees that look like they got damaged by either a storm or equipment coming through here. And I'm just going to walk around this edge because there's an old stairwell there, and just see what's going on here. This may be someone's house, so please forgive me. I do notice a feeder down on the bottom. So they may have had goats in here. They may have had other animals in here in the past. But again, the reason I'm taking this video is because this is an excellent example of restoration by introducing the fruit trees or the other types of trees that they're doing here, by putting in this excellent 3D fence. You can see this fence goes all the way around. It looks like they still might be working on it a little bit. By putting in this kind of 3D fence, you can see that they are going to have great results. Now there's a little grassy area on this side. Again, I'm Justin Hitt with Prosperity Homestead. I love to see this kind of implementation, this kind of best use of space. We're literally outside behind a storage building, and this is an area that's underutilized, and whoever is doing this is doing excellent work. If you know who this person is, go ahead and like and subscribe and forward this to them, because I am heavily praising. I can already see wildlife and insects flying around in there. This is a beautiful job. Again, I'm Justin Hitt with Prosperity Homestead. You can visit us at www.prosperityhomestead.org. Go to the contact page and ask your questions. I am happy to answer your questions. And this is an example of a 3D fence. So again, the deer won't jump this fence because they can't tell how high they got to jump or how far they got to jump, and they can only do one or the other, but not both.